Hey everyone, so today's ASMR video comes with two apologies. The first one is to apologise for the fact that this is not actually the video I promised it would be. To those who asked for the page turning from the Harry Potter page to screen book, I actually haven't finished reading it yet. It's a big book, but as soon as I finish going through that, I will do that definitely, I promise. And the second one is just to apologise for the fact that this will not be the world's longest ASMR video. I've had a chest infection for the last week and I still can't talk for too long, and even though I'm talking a lot more softly than normal, it's still going to irritate my throat a bit. But I really wanted to do this as I haven't done one in a while. So I'm sticking with the Harry Potter theme. I'm all kitted out with my Hogwarts jumper, and I thought we'd take a look at these, which is the Top Trumps. This is the Order Phoenix pack, and I thought we'd just have a look at some of the pictures and look at some of the character descriptions and maybe go through some of their scores as well. So the pack has a kind of green colour to it, a green theme, and I think it's a really nice colour. So the cards are in no particular order apart from the first one, and the first one is my favourite. This is Bellatrix. Bellatrix is one of my ultimate style icons. I love her, but that's probably got something more to do with Hannah Bonham Carter than Bellatrix herself. And this is the card. It's one of the Dark Arts cards, which are my favourites, and I'll read out the little description here, and some of them will probably contain really small spoilers if you've not got that far with the Harry Potter series yet, so just so you know. It says, Bellatrix Lestrange is Sirius Black's cousin and the Death Eater responsible for the torture of Neville Longbottom's parents. Her involvement in the battle at the Ministry of Magic results in tragedy. And you can see on the card here, these are all her scores, and I'm not going to read them all out because I think we would be here forever and I think my voice would end up collapsing. The second one in the pack is Luna Lovegood, and this one is part of the Dumbledore's Army series, and I love Luna. I love anybody who's a bit weird and eccentric and different, and perhaps if I wore more colour in life, Luna would have been my style icon, but I'm definitely a lot darker than that. I think that card's really nice. Not the best picture, they could have picked a better one of Luna. Then the next one we have is Molly Weasley, and this one is part of the Order of the Phoenix lot. I'll read out this description. An active member of the Order of the Phoenix and the mother of 7 children, including Ron, Ginny, Fred and George, Molly Weasley considers Harry as good as the member of the Weasley family. And her magic is 62, which compares to Bellatrix's magic of 90, but we all know how that turns out, and I shouldn't be smiling at that because I'm never happy in that moment. I hate that scene, but it's so well done that you have to applaud it. The next one is the Death Eater card, and that's another Dark Arts one, of course, but I think that kind of goes without saying. I'm not sure what my favourite Harry Potter film is. I love Order of the Phoenix, but I'm not sure if I'd say it's my favourite. The next card is Cornelius Fudge, and it's one of the Ministry cards, and I'm not going to read his one out. I think I'm duty bound to read out the next one though. It's the Hermione card. You see, I think that's quite a striking image. And of course that's one of Dumbledore's Army cards, and that's the back of the Top Trumps, by the way. So I'll read out the Hermione passage. Hermione, as always, is the voice of reason for Harry during his 5th year. Her tenacity convinces Harry to train other students in defence against the dark arts, as Dolores Umbridge refuses to instruct them in practical application. I love Hermione. Then we have one of my favourite families. We have Lucius Malfoy and his Dark Arts card. I really like that one. It's one of my favourites to get in the pack whenever I play it. But I do tend to favour getting cards of characters that I like rather than cards that I think will help me win. I'm not the best person at playing top trumps. Then we have Harry Potter, and that is a Dumbledore's Army card, sorry. And I'm not really sure you could have a Harry Potter trumps pack without a Harry Potter card. This one says, before Harry's 5th year at Hogwarts begins, he battles Dementors in Little Whinging and is tried before the entire Wizenmoort. Although many students at Hogwarts do not believe his account of Lord Voldemort's return, a steadfast few help Harry form Dumbledore's army and join Harry in his greatest battle yet. Yeah. Then we have another order card. It's Arabella Frigg. Yeah, it was quite a pretty card. Emma Thompson. Sybil Trelawney. It's just one of the Hogwarts cards. I love Trelawney. She's kind of one of those characters that I love to hate because she annoys me so much, but I love her character. I think she brings such a great vibe to the screen when she's on it, and I really enjoy that. So this card says, now divination professor at Hogwarts, Professor Trelawney years ago foretold a chilling prophecy about Lord Voldemort. That's literally all it says. So, a bit of an enticement there, I guess, if you've never seen anything. And we have quite an amusing young Peter Pettigrew. That's one of the Dark Arts ones. The flashback scenes always give me chills. I don't know why. And this is another one I have to read, and I'm very happy to. It's Ron Weasley. I don't know if anybody else does this, but if I put kind of the trio in order of favourite, it's Hermione, Ron, and then Harry. And I feel really bad for putting, I guess, the protagonist of the entire series at the very bottom of that order. And there are other characters that come way before him, and I feel awful. So Ron's card says, Harry's best friend Ron remains a key ally to Harry during his 5th year. He helps Harry form Dumbledore's army and fights alongside him in one of their fiercest battles yet. And then a card I think everybody's got to love. It's Hagrid. And that's another one of the Hogwarts cards. And Hagrid's magic is 12, but when you can do such great things within the end of an umbrella, I think 12 is a good score. Boo hiss, but my house of choice. We have the first of the Slytherin cards. We have Draco Malfoy, and I love Slytherin. I just think the logo is so cute. Draco's temper gets a score of 10. Oh, such a lovely face. This is the Lupin card. Order. And I think I'm going to read this one out because I like Lupin a lot. A werewolf who must take Wolfsbane potion to keep from transforming. Remus Lupin was Harry's defence against the Dark Arts teacher during his 3rd year at Hogwarts and is now an active member of the Order of the Phoenix. So some cards are very informative, some are very stating the obvious if you've seen the show, the film, read the book, whatever, I don't know. There are certain times when I prefer the books, and there are certain times when I prefer the films. And I just changed my mind. I think right now I'm in the mood to watch all of the films. But a couple of months ago I just wanted to read the books. Then we have another Dumbledore's Army card. That's of course Neville Longbottom. I think everybody's got to love Neville. I have to read this one out. Voldemort! I'm not sure how ASMR that is when someone's just kind of whispering the name Voldemort over and over again. Somebody should make an ASMR video where they're just whispering Voldemort, Voldemort, Voldemort over and over again. And then you could fall asleep with it. I think you'd probably wake up with some unusual thoughts in your head. Lord Voldemort says, Lord Voldemort appears frequently in Harry's dreams during his 5th year. While these appearances often frighten Harry, they sometimes provide extremely valuable, even life-saving information. Then we have a character I've never really cared for. Meet Cho Chang of Dumbledore's Army. I will keep saying Defense Against the Dark Arts. Dumbledore's Army card. I've never really bothered about Cho Chang, and I don't know why. And I think her treatment in the film was not good. I think her character came across much better in the Order of the Phoenix. I think her part of the story was told better in the book, which you may argue it has to be because that's how it should be in the book, but I just think they kind of brushed over it a bit too much in the film, so maybe I'd like her more in the film if they didn't just gloss over that completely nearly. We have a brilliant bit of casting. James Potter. And it's another Hogwarts card. And we have the first of the Dursleys, Petunia Dursley. And I like her. I didn't to begin with, but I think as the films progressed, I kind of got used to her and started to like her. Same with this character actually, but I guess the introduction of this character is a bit understandable why perhaps he was hard to like to begin with. We have Mad-Eye Moody, and that's another one of the Order of the Phoenix cards. And then we have another Hogwarts card, and this is Lily Potter, and her magic is 72 and her temper is 1, so that's a far cry from Draco Malfoy. And I'll read this one out as well, but I don't like the picture they've chosen for this. We have Snape. I just think they could have picked a better picture. That's another one of the Order cards. And Snape says, Harry Potter is surprised to learn that Professor Snape is a member of the Order of the Phoenix. Their already contentious relationship becomes even more so when Harry inadvertently learns about Snape's past during occlumency lessons, which I think was a nice touch. I mean, Snape was one of those characters I could never work out, because I watched the films, all of the films, before I read the books, and by the last film my mind was blown with what they did to that character and how it was handled, and J.K. Rowling's treatment of that character I think is one of my all-time favourites, and I love him. I got to the end of the film and I just thought he's one of my new favourite characters. But then when somebody's played by Alan Rickman, you kind of can't not feel like that. I see this card and I just want to start screaming Mrs. Norris at people. Argus Filch, one of the Ministry cards. Never liked him, ever. Imelda Staunton. I need to read this one out. This is the Dolores Umbridge card, one of the Ministries, and Dolores is a very inspirational character, by which I mean I'm writing something at the moment and I'm trying not to, but I just keep picturing Umbridge, and I just want to put this character in pink tweed, and I'm not going to, but I really want to. So Umbridge's card says, Dolores Umbridge, a Ministry employee, is appointed Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher at Hogwarts during Harry's 5th year. Refusing to acknowledge Voldemort's return, she will only teach her students theoretically, causing quite a clash of wills with Harry. Then we have Ginny, and it took me quite a while to like Ginny Weasley. I don't really know why, but I just never used to care for the character too much. Which is not the case with this next one. McGonagall, but when your first introduction to a character is in the form of a cat, it basically becomes love at first sight. But Maggie Smith is essentially one of the greatest actors that ever was for me. I love her. This is one of the Order of the Phoenix cards, and I will read this one out. Professor McGonagall, head of Gryffindor House, is a staunch ally for Harry, warning him to tread carefully around someone like Dolores Umbridge, and not to win the battle just to lose the war. Oh, another favourite. But again, when you have a face like Gary Oldman, why can you say no? Sirius Black. It goes hand in hand, of course, with my deep, unrequited love of Bellatrix. It's one of the Order cards, and Sirius says, Harry's godfather is an animagus who can transform into a shaggy black dog. And what a really cute dog he is. It doesn't say that. His family's home at 12 Grimmauld Place serves as headquarters for the Order of the Phoenix. Of course. Dumbledore. Another Order card. I'm kind of scared by Dumbledore. In certain scenes he just makes me really intimidated. Tonks. I'm not going to say much. I don't like Tonks. And that is the end. Quite sad. I wanted more pictures. I need to get hold of other ones. This is the only pack that I've got, and I want to see if some of the later ones have got Narcissa in, because I love Narcissa. I think Bellatrix and Narcissa should have their own films. It's not technically possible now, but we should go back in time and they should have their own films. And at the rate that these Harry Potter things are churning out with these 12 short stories coming out this month, this trilogy of Fantastic Beasts, I think somebody should pitch the idea and it's probably what's going to happen. But yeah, you get a little card at the end. Some of the little figures and various different bits of pieces. I might do an ASMR video with my wand collection. I only have 2. Well, 2.5. I have Bellatrix's traditional wand and Bellatrix's straight replacement wand, and I also have a broken traditional wand. I think Ron Weasley might have had a bit of fun with it. But yeah, so that is the end of the video. As I said, I do apologise for not doing the page to screen soon, but I'll definitely try and do that probably next year now, because the next ASMR I do will probably be a poetry reading. I've just discovered a couple of really lovely poems that I'd love to share with you, and I also just discovered one quite recently by a poet laureate down where my heart lies most, and I'm going to see if I can ask them if I can read it out to you, because obviously I'd need to gain permission because they're still alive. But yeah, so let me know if you have any comments or suggestions or thoughts for any future videos, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!